Welcome back to the garage, guys. I'm Damien and this is the Binder Builder. Now you've caught me in the middle of my garage build series, which is basically taking this 40 by 30 garage and turning it into something that I could finish the bug, as well as doing some other builds in the future. The previous owners made sure that it had a good 50 amp service, but nothing but 110 outlets and some oddly placed lights. So I'm doing my best basically just to revamp the garage to make it more user friendly for more of a hobbyist shop area. In this video, I'm going to start with insulating the front wall. Now, while this is a nice shop with a 2x4 stick-built interior with a fully bricked exterior, there is absolutely zero insulation in any of the walls, the ceiling, or the roof. And since I live in Kansas now, which the wintertime brings us snow and the summertime brings us temperatures of over 100 degrees, putting in insulation is definitely a no-brainer. So let's get started. First things first, get your DIY spray foam kit. All right, so got myself the Stanley Supercoat thermal and sound spray foam insulation kit. I came with 12 of these. Each of them do about 20 board feet, which is a board foot is 1 foot by 1 foot, and that would be 1 inch worth. Came with the gun, came with the safety goggles, a respirator, and a suit, which is cool. Also came with a gun cleaner, so they'll be able to clean out the gun. That should work very well. Let's put this thing together, see what happens. And the reason why I'm using this instead of insulation like the rest of this area is because on this particular wall, as you can see, it's like completely different shapes, and it's not the standard 16 on center. So I figure spray foam is the way to do that. So there it is. Let's give it a shot, see what happens. Getting ready for this, I did make an attempt to read the instructions, but they're a joke. I mean, they are literally so small, I'd have to rewind the clock 30 years to be able to read it. So I just went for it and put everything together like I thought it should. Next, I moved all my crap from the walls where I was going to do the work. And after securing the electrical wires to the studs, I got to work. I'm going to tell you, looking back on this, I definitely am doing it wrong. Stay tuned as I'll explain why in a second. And that is actually 1 full can. Now on to can 2. As I'm editing this, the second can is getting worse coverage than the first. I am getting a little frustrated, even though I'm enjoying the prospect of sealing up the garage. All right, well, 2 cans down. I have to be honest, not bad. Not exactly what I was thinking. Not a very good spray out of the nozzle, but that's okay. I'm gonna test out this cleaning kit that they send along with the thing. This thing cleans really well. That's kind of cool. You can also screw this in to the gun itself, which I just did. And I'm just gonna spray it into the box it came in. Nice, nice. I don't know if you saw that, the gun holds pressure. So I can spray a little bit out at a time and clean the gun off. That actually is extraordinarily helpful. Not bad, I actually like the gun a little bit. This is cool. I got enough out that I needed, so. Looks like I have a adjustable thing. I didn't even try that out. I'll have to give that a go. All right, let me show you what I did. All right, so I just concentrated on the corners. That's already hardening up a bit. Don't touch it too much. I will say, once you get it on your fingers, it does not come off. So yeah, so what I did is I hit the corners, just trying to, like I said, don't touch it. I'm trying not to. It's just so beautiful.
I can't help it. It's so beautiful.
Didn't get as good at it up in here, but like I said, I am just trying to seal these corners up. And then I'm just going to put some fiberglass over it. I just wanted to seal that. Now, I did want to just hit a full thing. Now, obviously, I didn't put the full amount on it. Probably could hit it again. But yeah, Not too bad. I mean, first time ever messing with spray foam. I'm gonna say cool. Don't mind it. I will say that some of it just doesn't like to, you know, it's like it started and then it stopped, or it just didn't spray very evenly, but you could see where it did. Wish the pattern was a little better, honestly, the spray pattern. I will work on that. I think that's probably user error. So I'm gonna try something real quick. I don't know if this is a good idea. So I started brushing out all the cavities before I started applying the spray foam, and I definitely started shaking the cans before I spray. I mean, look at the spray pattern on this third can. It's definitely more of the fan spray that I expected. Now for my second mistake. As you just saw, I just layered it twice in rapid succession. Now watch this drip that's about to fall. Did you see that? It turns out that if you spray the layers too quickly, the product is still mostly liquid and can run and get pushed around. And as you just saw, fall to the floor. And like I said, I'm not waiting between coats, and that cost me. Okay, let's see how she's looking. It's a little wiggly still. You can see it wiggling. It's not fully cured, but it is pretty close to the outside here. This one did not fill in as much. I'm a little disappointed with that. Maybe I'll hit that again. This one, on the other hand, overfilled. I'm actually gonna have to cut this back so I can get drywall on there. But so far so good. So a couple things. Read the instructions. I know it is microscopic, but read the instructions. Definitely shake the can. I think that's the biggest thing that I took away from the instructions. Shake the can. And I tried it without shaking the can, and let me just tell you, shake the can. It comes out so much better, more spray and less squirt if you do shake it. So definitely shake it. Also with these, what I did is I hit it and then I hit it again. I think that was a mistake. Personally, I think now that if I were going to do this on the rest of these pieces, I am going to hit it, move on, and then come back after it's at this point where it's tacked up, not fully cured per se, and then I'll hit it again. Because when it's still molten, for lack of a better word, before it cures up and hardens, hitting it again, it just sprays it around, like water, if you will. Not quite like water, but close enough. And I think that's what happened here. I don't know how deep that is. Let me check. All right, here's a nail. Is an inch. That's actually better than I thought it was going to be. This one, I would say that's an inch and a half. And this one, let's just say if this is a 2x4, that is like 4 inches at least. But I just freaking gunned it all the way down. Obviously, that packed the material in. Again, if I were to do this all over again, which I have another 7 cans, I'm going to hit it, let it dry, harden up a little bit, and then hit it again. That way it builds, each layer doesn't push the other layer around. So anyway, yeah, not bad. The highest, I don't want to push that in. I'm gonna let it harden up. Now when it hardens up, I will say it is hard as crap. I mean, like seriously. So right now, don't be fooled by this.
Do not be fooled by his commonplace appearance.
This wiggleness, that is gonna go away for sure. So yeah, cool stuff. Let's move on. Armed with a little more information and way more experience than I started with, I started tackling the space between the doors. Let's see how I do. Of course, I sweep the dust and dirt first, then I secure the wiring to the studs, and as you can see, I'm shaking the cans more and more. Dang, that sprayed awesome. Now resisting the urge to spray the second layer immediately, I moved to another area quick. Then I returned to the large area between the doors, forgetting to wait a little longer. But that's fine, the can was empty, so that kind of stopped me. Remember, this is edited, so there was a little time between the last can and this current can. The next morning, I returned to complete the front wall and its odd-shaped spaces. I'm telling you, these little squares above the door are a pain to get into. Next, I rehid the other side and put another layer on the area between the doors. Then I coated the last section of the front wall. With everything dry, it was time to clean things up a bit. All right, one of the things I super like about this spray foam is, all right, so obviously there's gonna be overspray, but I mean, literally, that's how quick it is to take it off. I mean, yeah, seriously, I love it. Yeah, spray it on, and then when you're ready to put the wallboard down, scrape the sucker off. It's awesome. All right, well, just cleaned it up, and let me just say that is a mess. Good news is, in some areas, I got over 3.5 inches of spray foam because I obviously cut off the excess. Like this one right here. Check this one out. Dang, on that one I had like 5 inches. Here's some of the after effects here. Oh yeah, all the way in. Here's a little smaller area, but even then, still got a couple inches for sure. Here's a shorter area as well. Ooh, that's not as good, but still got about 1 inch. Ooh, all the way in. Here's that last area. Oh yeah, that goes all the way in. These little shorter areas, maybe not as good. Yeah. Oh, all the way in. Man, those little cubbies are full. Nice. Really happy with that. I'll be honest with you. Really happy with that. So, am I glad I used the spray foam? Honestly, yeah, I did. I didn't want to be able to have to just, deal with all of that. All those little spots. Actually, it wasn't so bad. It was easy to apply. I got better as I went. I think I used like one whole one there, another one there, 2 right there, maybe even 3. So what is that? Half the kit. Literally half the kit did squat. The other half seemed to do a lot more. So if you're going to try the spray foam thing and the do-it-yourself kit, especially the Stanley one, you're going to get better as you go. My biggest thing was shake the cans as best you can, at least a minute. And then second, change out the tip on every single can. I know you should be like, oh, I'll just really quickly. Dude, I tried that. Let's just say changing out the tip every single can, that worked for me. You might be better at it than I am, but yeah, which wouldn't be hard because I literally just tried it. The other thing was keep moving. So you spray it down, do an area, move on, and then hit it a second time. But yeah, there you go. So hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe if you'd like see more of this content.